Hello, everyone, and welcome to another podcast. I want to thank you for joining me, and today we will be discussing um, a few things that are going on currently. But before we begin, all the ladies, my family, Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Um, it's something. No matter what we do or how we exist, there's this competition. Mother's Day, Father's Day. Comedians have how you treat the mothers and how you treat the fathers, and there's a difference in things like that. And I think y'all might have heard me say one time, a few times, and I said that the church has taught. The church has taught that in marriage that the men are primarily just providers, and that's something, and I use that when I say that the church taught us, because pretty much that's what they've done, and that's where we get this separation and divide. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to give the mothers the praise, because I've said this, and it wasn't somebody that taught me this, because I came out of a Baptist church, and I'll tell you this story. When I came out of the Baptist church, before we had at Calvary Baptist Church on Garrison Boulevard, we had Dr. Lorenzo Graves, Reverend Graves, and there was a pastor, female pastor would come, man, she tear it down, man. I mean, she could sing, she could preach, oh my goodness. But then the pastor, Dr. Haywood Robinson, when he took over, this is either 88 or 89, he came with and he was younger, he came with the traditional women are not supposed to preach. So I never saw it. And I remember her name was Marie Robinson, Reverend Marie Robinson, man. And that was one of the first, female pastors that, I was like, oh my goodness, I always loved to hear her preach. And when he came, he was like, women are not supposed to. I never heard this. But, when he came in, then that, you know what I'm saying? It seemed like that was the law, that was the rule. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm saying here is how can you say that when your mother's your first teacher? Your mother's your first teacher, but now she can't teach you the word? Isn't mama the first one to teach you to pray? Now, this is for people, you know what I'm saying, that come up in church. And it is something when, I always hear this. I heard this, I was pumping gas at the BJ's, and two guys were discussing different things, and then he went into that, and I said, you know what, I'm not going to get into that conversation, because down here, that is the same thing. It's the same thing. And I want you to stay with me here, because when we get to abortion, I want to talk about how we just see it differently, and there's not going to be an end to it. We want an end to it, but there's not going to be an end to it. We are just not going to agree. And, the guy had some old, dumb, stupid stuff to say. He wasn't really, saying anything. He was just saying cliches and using, different scriptures. And talking about women not being able, should not be able to preach and all this other stuff, or teach, or anything like that. And just my personal, I have no problem with that. I just think that the ideology behind it is stupid, and and there are women that support this because that's what they were taught. They were taught that women's not supposed to, and that's just wrong. So I say to all the mothers, you know what I'm saying? Y'all are the trailblazers. Y'all, are the first ones to push us. Y'all are the ones that's responsible, you know what I'm saying, for us, being able to, or like you said, for, us really becoming men. The young man, if he a man, he need a man in his life. Hey, how many successful men have you seen just has a mom? You understand what I'm saying? That yes, mom is utterly important. Father's important. They both are important, but guess what? That's not always the dynamic. So you have to work with what you have. And that's when we talk about community. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes, the single mother might have brothers. You know what I'm saying? So they have, you know what I'm saying, and uncles and grandfathers, stuff like that. So we never put those things into, into play when we have this discussion. But to all the ladies, happy Mother's Day. If this is your day, I know I'm saying it late, but one thing, I'm always just like Father's Day. I'm not going to no restaurant. Nope. I'm going to eat something right here at the house. But y'all enjoy your day. You know what I'm saying? Just enjoy. Y'all are vitally important, man. Like they said, y'all populated the world. The men couldn't do it. The mothers did. And to me, that's just the worst thing. You know what I'm saying? How the women are treated and they are responsible for the population. You know what, y'all? I'm going to go ahead because we can go on that forever. But again, happy Mother's Day. Good God. Happy Mother's Day, everyone. Before I go, I just want to say this, and I say this with all honesty. Not before I go to the next subject. There was a man, he was a reverend, he was a Baptist reverend, and I was in the ministry, and the pastor, you know what I'm saying, and his wife were running it. He was a pastor, she was the assistant pastor. And I was talking to, they gave me some, she did some really good teaching, and everything lined up, the Bible. So I went to the pastor and I said, well, the pastor, his wife was, teaching on a certain subject, and he didn't, you know what he said to me? He said he wasn't man enough to come to me. So, well, not to me. He didn't say directly to me. He said any man that sits under, you know what I'm saying, a woman that's teaching, I consider less than a man. And I said something back to him, you know what I'm saying, because a lot of times when they do that traditional stuff, I begin to challenge, you know what I'm saying? And we didn't speak after that. There was no speaking after that because I had to, give him the word and let him know who he was messing with. And so, we agreed to disagree. Come on now. But I that's something that's down here, and I need y'all to understand when a lot of times when I say, man, I just hate North Carolinians. It's the tradition. It's not the people, and sometimes the people are the tradition. So yes, I do hate them. But when there's room for improvement, you understand what I'm saying? When they listen and it seems like, okay, you know what? You might be onto something. But a lot of them, and remember y'all, I keep saying, and I tell a lot of sellout black people down here, because I hear them say this, I hate to say this. I say I don't because I'm in the South. We have this thing where we don't understand people. We are in the South. And I'm not talking about everybody in the North or anything like that, but I'm talking about from North Carolina down. We are in the South. We should not still be thinking that somebody's going to change something. The only way something's going to change, if we change it. Now, I'm getting all into something else. Please forgive me, y'all. But when it comes to that, women preaching in the pulpit, I would love to do discussion on that. And if that's something you want to hear, please, I would love to, let I would love to have a discussion on that. And I would surely love to make sure all the pastors that don't believe in it hear it. But let us get into these topics, everybody. It says, and I try to write these down now so I don't forget, because I know y'all see me a couple of times get stuck trying to remember some stuff. Why in war your enemy can visit and nobody gets killed. Now, this is something, y'all, and I always say this, we don't understand. We are so into the news that we don't get an understanding of, okay, are they really in danger? How can you be involved in a war with someone and your president can fly in, or a representative can fly in without being shot down because they know they're coming? Now, I hear you, oh, they don't want to start World War III. They don't. Please, do you think during this time of Ukraine and Russia that there have not been American casualties? And with these American casualties, don't you think that a war should start? Because I've been paying attention, and I sure have heard that there have been a couple of casualties, but nobody's starting war. But there's a whole lot of money going into, Ukraine for a place that's getting turned to rubble. With that, y'all, I'll be honest with you. They are pumping money into this, and I'm sitting here like, okay, I'm not the, how do we do the humble thing? I'm not the sharpest, tool in the shed, but I do know that when you can pour all this money and you're telling us that we have a deficit, but then you can pour all this money into, you understand what I'm saying, a war because of NATO, who sells wolf tickets. And like I said, Biden's wife has been there, Pelosi has been there, and other people have been there, and nobody's in danger? Like I said, come on, y'all. So they're bombing, but news people are there? Something to think about, because it's time to go back to putting the liars in. Now, Biden can crack jokes during Bidenomics. Now, it's called Reaganomics back in the 80s, and now I'm calling it Bidenomics. The reason I'm calling it Bidenomics because he's the president, and when he was asked about the gas, he smiled and was excited and said, it's going up. And maybe he was being smart and sarcastic. I don't know. But I saw, on his face was like, it's good. Ketanji Brown, and now the first openly LBGT. And then he's saying, and everybody is talking about, oh, he's delivering. You don't deliver when you don't, make sure that the masses. And if he's delivering to black people, you are not doing nothing for the masses. You're just appeasing. Remember, y'all hear me say a lot of times, you are entertaining. He entertains y'all. Because now you'll be like, well, I'm going to be quiet. He done put Ketanji Brown in, and now he's done that. So he's doing what he said he was going to do. Handing it right back to the orange one in 2 more years. Or whoever they put in with now they trying to push DeSantis. I don't care. It's whatever. The thing that I talk about and it goes in with the common sense, y'all. We always make it through, but we're just not taking care of each other and ourselves. We are still depending on them. They're going to always give the scraps. But guess what? When we start flipping them scraps, we are better. What I always tell people, and I know, y'all be like, man, Kirk, you crazy. Republicans, they don't care. They're not concerned if you get your own. They don't care if you build your house or in the wild or whatever the case may be. They don't, as long you understand, as you paying your taxes and knowing, whatever, by the law, they good. How do you think Brother Ben X and them started that in Georgia? They were just like, hey, here go the land. You good, don't worry about it. I'm sure that they don't have any problems with any, they had some rumors. I know if you've been reading on it when they started, but didn't work trying to stop what they were doing. Giving people their own land and stop living in these cities, you understand what I'm saying, where they're raping you with electric and gas and water. Biden was cracking jokes and they was having a scholarship and a raising money fundraiser, whatever the case may be. And everybody just had a good laugh about what's going on, except us that is walking into these grocery stores and saying, my God, something was $10, $10.99 is now $14.99, and before December it might be $18 or $19.99. By the time we get to the end of the year, the feds did 0.5% or whatever the case may be, and that is to, and the one thing that I kept trying to find, y'all, is that going to help us? And I'm not finding that. Now, if it does, please let me know. But the Fed doing what they're doing, is that going to help? Is that going to drop this stuff down? Is that going to, make our situation better? Is this gas going to go down? Is this food going to go down? All this other stuff I'm not concerned about. I'm not doing no loans. I'm not trying to purchase no more vehicles if I don't have to. When are we going to stop and, put the brakes on the way they just move us in this direction and then they move us in that direction? All right, everybody. Now, let me explain. Okay, let me explain politics. Now, I want to liken the politics now to, if you ever see a commercial, and the commercial, the commercial shows, you may have an illness. I use the first one I've noticed, and I taught on this when I was still in church. If you notice, then this is the one I got. It was depression. They started with one with depression, and with the depression, the person, it was looked like this little green thing. It had eyes, but it was depression. And when the person started taking the medication, the depression did not go away. It was like they were taking the medication, but it was still there. Because of what they say, there's no cure. We can't cure it. We can treat it. Right? And I was looking at the one where they showed the glass breaking on the skin. And when the majority of the glass broke off, there was still small pieces left because it doesn't cure it. It treats it, or it helps you to feel better. You're still going to have it, but that's politics, y'all. They're going to say, we will do what we're supposed to do, or they will entertain you with, like what that dumbass thing Kamala said, how dare they? And then we all get excited and fall in the spirit. Do you hear what Kamala said? Do you hear what oh my God. No, stop going by the entertainment. Hold them at being liars. Hold them at being pieces of trash. Hold them at, you know what? You have lied over and over, and I'm not going to keep participating with you. See what's going to happen? You scared. You scared because they're using the old Negro spiritual. Too many people have died for our right to vote. Oh, I would love to have an open forum on that. I can't stand old black people down here saying dumb stuff like that. Oh, come on, man. And you hear me always say this. Don't tell me the ancestors talking to you, because they should have told you that they done lied to you by now. Yeah, they may have gave their lives, but if you communicating with them, I'm pretty sure they told you, you better stop. Because when we die, we found out the truth. Huh? But we don't get that, dude. They don't really come back and tell us stuff like that, right? We are not noticing the indoctrination and how they have trained us. Do you know that you are getting ready to go back down there and do it again? Because to you, how they taught you, I'm a conspiracy theorist. But you never put into play that, you know what? What happens if I don't? Oh, they're going to do what they want to do. They're going to do that anyway. Now they just did it with your blessing. Here we go. With the abortion. We are not going to agree. Bottom line. We're just not going to agree. Both sides go at it hard, but the worst part about it, y'all, is political now. It doesn't matter what your view is. They're going to hold you by your view. Guess what? If you're against it, you're a Trump supporter. If you're for it, you're a Democrat. Huh? Am I lying? It's a shame. And it's funny how they say, oh, it leaked. And it started a shitstorm, didn't it? Oh, now everybody's back on it. Oh. I mean, they were doing it anyway at the clinics, but now it's a whole big different, whole big thing. Do you understand how many years people have been fighting this? And it's always been the Supreme Court's decision. Nobody stops them or tells them what to do. They make the decision on their own. When I'm going to end this, reading the comment that Shannon Sharpe made about Colin Kaepernick. Now, we have two of ESPN's best, I guess, announcers or I'm not announcers, sportcasters that talk about, football and, whatever other sport. Now, talking junk about Colin Kaepernick. Now, I'm pretty sure we all know that he's not going to get in, and he has other avenues. For some reason, he's sticking to that. That's his decision. But now, like you always hear me say, it's a shame. It's a shame when they use us to make sure that we stay down. And it always works. Now, that's what we call house nigga shit. So now, as far as I'm concerned, Stephen A's canceled, Shannon Sharpe's canceled. And like I said, that's why I don't like Dak Prescott. That's why I don't like Michael Vick. Because now I know you're industry dudes. You're not really about... Now remember, y'all, Shannon Sharpe was kicking... He'll kick some black facts in a minute. He'll talk about some racism in a minute. But now here he goes. Because guess what? You can do that. But now guess what? Guess what, boy? I'm going to need you to shoot that down because that's not what I want, boy. We better start looking at the BS that's being delivered to us and start calling these dudes out. I don't want to hear from Stephen Smith. I don't want to hear from Shannon Sharpe. Don't act like I'm going to speak out a bit against injustice. I'm going to speak out. And then as soon as they tell you start running your mouth, you the first one to run your mouth. Same thing with Roland Martin. I'm glad Roland Martin got what he got. He put Dr. Umar on there and tried to discredit him, talk, real bad to him, ignore him and everything. And what they do to him on TV One, dropped his sorry ass. Why? Because, you done what we wanted. Huh? It's a shame. It's a shame, but they keep using us to stop us. And we support it. They use us to stop us, and we support it. Everybody, I want to thank you for joining me. And I just want y'all to know that, all of this can change. I'm not optimistic about racism. I'm not optimistic about rich Caucasian people. I'm not optimistic about politicians turning around and doing right, because that's not big money. So I want us to begin to believe in us, and that we can change this thing around, and that we can change our destiny. Thank you for joining me, everyone.
Why should I feel discouraged? Why should the shadows come? Why should my heart feel lonely and long for heaven and home? When Jesus is my portion, a constant friend is He. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches over me. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. He watches me. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches. I know He watches. I know He watches me. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free.
so many things for us. Hallelujah. So many precious promises. Hallelujah. Glory to your name, Jesus. When you lift your hands up high, sing a song of praise to me. It brings me great delight. Such a lovely sight. And yes, it is true. Praise looks good. Praise looks good on you. Hey, yeah. Morning, night, or noon. The praise ascends to heaven like a smell of sweet perfume. Feeling every hey, yes, it is true. Praise looks good, yeah. Oh, you bring your sacrifices and you offer up your praise. You lift your voice from singing, yet your heart seems far away. Than a sacrifice, I am looking for your life, holy and acceptable, pleasing in my sight. Morning, night, and noon, praise ascends to heaven like the smell of sweet perfume, filling every room. And yes, it is true. Praise really does. Praise is good on you. Oh, yeah. Offer up your life, holy and acceptable, holy sacrifice, oh, precious in my sight. All that you do, yeah, all that you do. Remember, all I want is you, yeah. So offer up your life, oh. Acceptable, a willing sacrifice, precious in my sight. All that you do, all that you do. Remember, all I want is you. Oh, I just want to abide. Hey, yeah. I just want to live inside your praise. Oh, praise, oh, sweet praise, yeah. Oh, I live inside, oh, every day, every night, won't you invite me to come in and live inside of your praise? Every night and day, yeah. Every night and every day. Oh, pray, yeah. Won't you invite me to come on in? Oh, I each and every day. Every night and every day.
Lord, there's so many things I've got to tell you, but I'm afraid I don't know how. 'cause there's a possibility that you'll look at me differently, Lord. Ever since the first moment I spoke your name, from then on I knew that by you being in my life, things were destined to change. 'Cause Lord, so many people use your name in vain. Lord, those who have faith in you sometimes go astray. Lord, through all the ups and downs and joys and hurts, Lord, for better or worse, I still will choose you first.
Many days I've longed for you, wanting you, hoping for the chance to get to know you, longing for your love, for your word, for your blessings, yeah. Many nights I've cried from the things I do, felt like I could die from the thought of losing you. I know that you're real, with no doubts and no fears and no questions, yeah. So many people, yeah. Lord, those who have faith in you sometimes they go astray. Lord, through all the ups and downs and joys and hurts, oh yeah. Lord, for better or worse, I still will choose you first.
At first you didn't mean that much to me, no. But now I know you're all I need and more. The world looks so brand new to me, now that I've found Jesus.
Every day I live for you, and everything that I do it for you. What I say, how I feel, so believe it's true. You got to know I'm true, Lord. So many people use your name in vain, yeah. Those who have faith in you, sometimes they go astray. Lord, through all the ups and downs and joys and hurts, Lord, for better or worse, I still will choose you first. Lord, so many people use your name in vain. Lord, those who have faith in you sometimes go astray.
Does anybody want the Lord to make him over? Just begin to celebrate Jesus. Hallelujah.
You know my other side. I can no longer hide. Let you down so many times. Sin freshly crucifies. Thought that I had a plan. I had it all figured But the more that you try to be by my side, the more I push you out. All over the building, let me hear you say, Lord, make me over. Lord, make me over. Make me over, Lord. Make me over. Make me over, Lord. Make me over. Make me over again, Lord. Make me over again. Is that anybody's prayer out there tonight? Somebody out there singing, come on. Make me over again. Make me over again. Time after time I failed you, pierced your side when they already nailed you. Jesus healed my open wounds. I just want to be more like you. Father, I let you down. What's not like you, just take it out. Reconcile me, Jesus. I just wanna please you. Wash me and make me whole. Everybody sing it, Lord, make me over. Lord, make me over. Lord, make me over. Lord, make me anybody want the Lord to make them over again? Anybody tired of messing up time after time after time after time? Anybody ready for change? Make some noise up in this place. Lord, make me. Lord, make me. Does anybody want God to make them over? Take out everything that's not like him. Hey, Lord, make me over. Lord, I realize, Lord, there's some things in my life that are you not pleasing.
He is holy and reigns with splendor. Our God, Yahweh, sovereign King, full of wonder. Our God, Yahweh, we say, Yahweh, 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 be praised, Yahweh, 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 be praised, Yahweh, Yahweh, His matchless power, infinite wisdom. Our God, Yahweh, none can describe Him, nor compare to Him. Our God, Yahweh, we say, Yahweh, 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 be praised, Yahweh, from the rising of the sun to the setting down of the sun. Be praised, Yahweh. Yours is the kingdom, yours is the power. Oh, our God, Yahweh. Be all the glory, now and forever. Oh, our God, Yahweh. We say, Yahweh, be praised. Yahweh, you're the Abba Father. You're the great I am. Be praised. Yahweh, Yahweh, be praised. Yahweh, Father, you are the great I am. You're the King of Kings. You're the Lord of Lords. Yeah. Yahweh, yeah, Yahweh, be praised. Yahweh, you're the great Jehovah, everlasting Father. Be praised. All our praise, we now surrender with no restrictions. We cry out Yahweh. You are great. You reign forever. Be praised, Yahweh. Oh, yeah. Ooh. I just need my one-on-one time with you. With no interruptions. I just want it to be me and you. I need a one-on-one. I just need a one-on-one with you. Oh, I just need my one-on-one time with you. I might be selfish, but I just can't help it when it comes down to you. I'm down on my knees, waiting to hear
just gonna wait on you. I'll sit right here and wait on you. Ooh. Oh, I just need my one-on-one time with you. I might be selfish, but I just can't help it when it comes down to you. In your presence is where I wanna be. There is love there, peace there, so much joy. I love our time alone, just you and me. I need a one-on-one. Just need a one-on-one. I know it's been a long time since you heard from me, but if you just give me a little time, if you just give me a little time, I promise I won't be long. I just need my one-on-one. I know I walked away, but I'm coming back to stay with you. I'm coming back to you, to you. I'm running back to you, to you. I lift my hand to you, to you, to you. Ooh, I just need my one-on-one time with you. Oh, I might be selfish, but I just can't help it when it comes down to you. Yeah, when it comes down to you.